Olá e bem-vindo ao Old Lady Plays. Meu nome é Kate, a velha senhora, e este é o Journeyman. Episode 64, Season 1, Episode 8. And really, this one should be called Season 2, Episode 1, but well, it's not really that important. There are a bunch of things to report because my goodness, things have happened and are happening, and so on and so on. Let's go straight to transfers, the history, and first we'll go with the outs. Eric Botheim had his minimum release clause met and is out for 33 million. Nico Mikkelsen decided that he wasn't getting enough time, so he wanted to go out on loan, so out he went. Domagoj Spudic again wanted to go out on loan, and they offered me 155k a month plus his wages. I said okay. Seppe went out on loan to Kovilia. He's a nobody. Dimitar Mitrovsky kicked up a fuss over not wanting to be over wanting a new contract. I said no. He said meh, 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 meh. He's 28 or 29 or something, and I said okay, fine, you can go out on loan. So he's off to Club Bruges, and they're paying us 175k a month plus his wages. So pretty pleased with those two deals. The board are not happy with me for selling Lucasen for rising to 11 million, 8.75 million euros. He's 32 now. 32 now, and although he's still pretty good, he's not good enough to really be useful to our team as other than a backup, and he wanted to play more than that. So I let him go. Daniel Braganza was a big surprise. I did not expect to be selling him. He is 28 years old, so I'm okay with it in the end. But he was our captain and, a team leader and very much a useful player. But he was rated at about 35 million here, and they offered me 60 million flat for him. So I said, okay, 60 million seems fair. Why don't you talk to them, Daniel? And he'd talked to them twice before at I don't know, 50 million and 54 million or something like that, and had turned them down both times. This time, apparently, they made a good enough offer that he was interested, and so off he's gone to Man United, which is a bit of a hole in the team, but we've covered it up, no problem. And then Christa Korshaven was also kicking off about wanting a new contract. He still had 3 years to run on his current one, so I said no. And he continued to kick off and make a big fuss. And so finally, when somebody came in with a bid for him, I said, good riddance. The board are mad about that one too. They think I should have gotten more. I was lucky to get what I got, honestly. Dynamic-wise, we're still showing Mirko Radoslavovich is wanting to leave because he again also wanted a new contract. See, this is why you give one a contract, they all start wanting them, and then they all start kicking off, and then you get all this mess and fuss, and oh, I hate it. This is why I do contracts all at once at the end of the season. But I got one guy who wouldn't stop whining about it, and then once he got it finally sorted out, and I finally ended up giving him a contract because other teams were coming in with big bids and I didn't really want to lose him. Well, didn't the other players all decide that they wanted one as well? So, and Radoslavovich again, he only signed it about 9 months ago and he wants another contract already, despite having 3 years to run on his deal. I said no. Carlos, same thing. 2 years to run on his deal. He only signed it about 12 months ago. I said no. I'm not just going to hand out contracts just because you want one, especially when they want, 50, 60, 80% raises in these contracts. So no, I'm standing firm on most of them. I've either sold or loaned several players because they've been naughty about their contracts. I just won't put up with it. It's not good enough. Anyway, the funny thing is we've still got a pretty darn good team. And the way we've managed that, I never looked at the transfer history in. So let's look at that. We have Robinson Michel, who I don't even remember buying. I must have been high when I bought him. He's good. He's a good prospect, and I'm looking forward to seeing him develop. There's nothing wrong with him, and there's nothing wrong with my buying him. I just don't remember doing it. Carlos Martinez was a lot more intentional. He's a Chilean and playing for Chile, so that's nice. He's a perfectionist, which I really like. Great determination, anticipation is wonderful, his agility is great. So he's just got some good numbers. His tackling is terrific, so he makes a great ball-winning midfielder. In fact, he's better at it than Doumbia. So he and Doumbia can cover both that defensive midfield spot and the backup defensive center back spot. So I'm very happy with this purchase. He was, I forget how much, 12 million. So, and then Boni we got from Brazil, or we got him from Anderlecht, I should say. He is from Brazil, and he looks quite a pleasure. And he's done well for us in the preseason. He bagged a goal in each of the first 3 games that he had, so that's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with him. And he's valued much more highly than we paid for him. We paid 24. He's worth now 31 already. We also have one other transfer underway that I'm hoping for. We're looking to try and bring in Sakaguchi Makoto from Japan. He's actually coming in from Tottenham if we get him. Several other teams are in for him, so it's not by any means a guarantee. Bids. He's under transfer bid from us and Benfica. We bid about the same amount. I was a bit sneaky and offered five. What do you call it? I offered him some money after 5 international appearances, but I'm not sure with the Japanese team whether he'll get those. So because of the way the game works, we'll see. If he does, he does, and then he gets the money, and fair enough, we'll pay the money. But if not, then we get away with it. Hurrah! So Lazio also wants him, and FC Porto and SL Benfica want him for transfer. So he's probably coming to Portugal, but it's a question of with whom. I'm hoping it's with us. He's quite a good player, and he wouldn't do our commercial setup any harm either. Bringing in some money from Japan would be a good thing. So that's the current plan. I think I had. Oh, I've got also scouts out pretty hard on a set of goalkeepers at the moment. Let me just see if it's. We're editing the search here. I don't want to. What's that? Back that. To that. So yes, we're out scouting a whole bunch of goalkeepers. I don't think any of them will show up in here yet because they are they're not, what do you call it? They haven't been scouted yet. We're working on scouting them. No, don't do that. Show me transfer targets. No, we didn't actually keep them. It's just transfer targets. Goalkeepers. There we go. We got 2 of the same ones and a different one. That's funny. Well, Tuta was definitely there before. He was the one that I wasn't going to be interested in because he makes too much. Same with this guy. Look at how much he makes. 82,000. That's a lot of money for a goalkeeper. Even a good one. For our level. I mean, it might make sense in the Serie A, but and this guy with Cagliari would suggest that that's the case, but I think we can do almost as good in terms of how good a keeper we get for much cheaper. So anyway, that's enough chatter for now. Let's get on with the game. We've got a game. Let's see how the preseason has gone. We played mostly small teams, so no big surprises. We've got wins and a draw and a win and another big win. And, happy days. SL Benfica beat us in the Super Cup 2-0. I rotated the team somewhat, and it's fine. Nobody cares. The board doesn't care. I don't care. The team didn't care. It's really not a big deal. Jose Mourinho cared a lot. All of a sudden, that's part of his oncoming quadruple he's going to win this year or something. He's I've gotten under his skin quite thoroughly, and he does not like me at all, which is kind of fun. Having a rivalry with a big manager like that, and it's not going to do my reputation any harm to have a rival who's a big, what do you call it, jerk. My reputation, it remains at 70%, so I didn't get anything for the Benfica for the league win. No big surprises here. I am a little bit surprised at the low level of support, C plus from the board. We had a bit of a falling out over the make the most of set pieces thing. They had it as favored, and then they changed it to preferred when I said I didn't want it, and they kept on pushing it, and finally we agreed to disagree. And now they're not really all that pleased with me, which is kind of disappointing. But that's life, unfortunately. Let's get on with the game then. So we have Mohamed Agu, Ramos, Garcia, Braz, and Kiriakopoulos, Martinez and Wendell in the midfield with Gullikson, Samuel Martins on the right, Machoy Jallo on the left, and Dusan Milojevic up front. Boney has just a little bit of a headache. Got a gashed head in a game a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. I've just been letting him get around it. I don't want to mess about with a head injury, so he's not even on the bench for this one. But we've been able to fill in the holes in the squad so far pretty nicely with youth players. This is a very strong youth team, so I'm really hopeful that we should be able to hold our own this year. Whether we can win the league again, I don't know. That's another question. But we're going to keep playing this that I am now going to call my Amazon formation. If you need to figure that out, go read about the Amazons and their historical practices and things like that, and why a suit of armor that doesn't look like it's complete might suit them. So anyway, I've always respected the Amazons. What can I say? I'm 5'9", 173 centimeters or something like that. So, I tend to stand out in that sense. Let's go. Let's go. Dressing room. Encourage the team. Dressing room. Encourage the team. Teams such as ours should be winning this match without any problem at all. Why has this become suddenly a musical? I don't know. Teams such as ours should be winning this match without any problem at all. I think that's what I would like to say, honestly. And they have somewhat responded to it. Eric Garcia is the new captain, by the way. He has a much better leadership quality than Braganza did, and Braganza did a good job. So I'm happy with that. Dumbia remains the backup, the vice captain. Deep in their own zone, Nacional have the ball, giving it away to Wendell. Wendell finds his way through to Milojevic. Oh my goodness, what a dreadful goal for them. I'll take it though, Milojevic with his first goal of the season, and we're up 1-0 on Nacional da Madeira in their park. Garcia steps up to knock the ball down. Wendell with the ball. Oh, it's tipped by the kid Solazzo and straight into the path of Milojevic. I think he might have been trying to play a back pass, but if it was the worst one I've seen in some time. Yeah, it was just a suicide pass for his goalkeeper. Jallo struggling, that's not good. Oh, almost. Thought for a second the left sider was going to get it there. I'm not sure who that was. Probably Jalo. It's probably Jalo, now that I think about it, but I never remember to say it as Jalo. Kiriakopoulos, go get it, go get it. Come on, get it back, get it back. That's my boy. A foul. He's going to the head. It's not in the box, surely. I didn't see anything that happened in the box. This has got to be a non-penalty. Should be, if anything, a foul outside the box. No penalty. That's a big surprise. Oh, no free kick even. Interesting. Oh, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's not that big a deal. Don't have any complacency, please. Do not think the job is done. Martinez and Kiriakopoulos both looking stressed. That's interesting. 6.9. There's no pressure on you tonight. No, I'm going to say you weren't that bad, but you can improve. Now you're still stressed. Ooh, we're not that good, though. I think I am not happy with your version of the game. So he's fired up. That's a better response, it would seem. But I couldn't say I'm not happy with his 6.9 because that's not unreasonable. Let's shut him down now, come on. Good. Kiriakopoulos. Machoy. All the way back, and all the way out, and all the way up. And, oh, we're not going to go back. I thought we were going to go back. Machoy. Tackled, but Gullikson gets it. Martins. Back for Wendell. Pass out on the left for Machoy. Finds Wendell. His shot is wide. Alright, Machoy Jalo is not having a great game. So let us have Claudio Santos come on to take his spot. Anybody tired? Not overly. Anybody playing poorly? Not overly. Some average players, but not poor. Let's keep going. We're still winning. Outplaying them, out shooting them, out possessing them, out passing by a long stretch. 95% pass completion. Oh, look at that. Claudio Santos gets his first goal of the season as a sub. Gullikson puts it on his head and just allows him to flick it on into the net. Gullikson flick, and Claudio Santos' second flick into the net, and away it goes. We move up to first position. Hooray, where we belong. Let's see if we can stay there. Hooray. That was pretty much a crushing. I'm very pleased with that. Good win, boys. Well done. And a clean sheet. That's pretty good, too. There we go. Training weekend review. Carlos. Criticize. Yes, I think we criticize him. He has not been very good in training. Let's say something about that. João Ribeiro has been very good in training. That was so 2 weeks ago as well, so we'll not bother saying anything yet. The B team, Martino Lopez, Benvindo Pereira is hopeless. I've complained about him to him repeatedly. He's done nothing about it, so I'm selling him. Offer the gloves. I want him out of here. We'll go with 6.5 and see whether the board will let me sell him for that low. He's no use. He's unambitious. He's got a 4 determination. He won't train worth a damn. There we go. 6.5k. I say take them all. He's accepted all the offers. All of that's good. This time they've accepted them. Oy. All that for an extra 4k. Sometimes my board is really not very smart. Then again, neither am I, because why am I running ahead in this game when I have nothing else to do in this match? Let's quickly pick out a time to come back. I'm thinking probably for the Champions League and maybe Estoril. So let's have that, the first 2 games in September, and that'll be when we do our thing. 8th place Estoril, 6th place Estoril, and we don't know who in the UEFA Champions League. Could be anybody. That draw won't happen until after the Lusitania match, so it won't happen in this episode. Because it's already taken me 4 hours to play forward to this one. And I don't have 4 more hours before the sun comes up and everybody's out moving around and construction starts across the road and noise. So, you get what you get. I'll be back for the beginning of September. I hope that suits. I've just realized I have the whole thing in English this whole time. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to change it into Portuguese. Today, I've gone and played the whole thing in English. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not good enough. I'm Portuguese good, but I'm not good enough to do that all the time. That shouldn't happen. So I apologize. We will change it to Portuguese. Just noticed. I was playing something else earlier and then switched over to this and I just forgot to change it. I wish it would change with when you load the game, you know? Anyway, so that's one of the goalkeepers we were looking at. That might be another one actually. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get out of this. Enough chatter. Alright. I will talk to you later. Next time it will be in Portuguese, I promise. And I'll do an extra episode after I become fluent to make up for it. Because it really was unintentional. I just spaced on it completely. It was just such a long episode. And anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. I'm probably going to cut this down some because, my goodness, I've chattered a lot. And yeah, I hope you have a great day and take care.